We have already come across many candlestick patterns, and I have already discussed how to trade those candlestick patterns. But I have already tried to cover the important candlestick patterns that we'll be needing for our future trading. But I would like to mention one thing, that there are hundreds of patterns, candlestick patterns available. So it is not possible for us to understand all the candlestick patterns or remember all the candlestick patterns. So the best way to trade candlestick chart is to understand the psychology of the candlestick. So I will try to explain the psychology of the candlestick. So if you understand the psychology of the candlestick, then it will be very easier for you to understand the psychology of the market also. Because to get success on the market, you must understand the psychology of the market. And to understand the psychology of the market, you must understand the candlestick. Okay, so let's jump in. So length of the body shows who is in control. Bigger the body, bigger the dominance. Length of the wick shows price rejection. Ratio of wick to body shows the complete picture. Let's try to understand every point. So these are typical candlesticks that you will see on the chart. If you see a candlestick like this shows the dominance of the buyers. Market opened here and closed here. No hanky-panky from sellers. Sellers had no chance. It was a pure bullish market. Okay. Again, see number 2. This is a hammer. Suppose market is in downtrend, and sellers tried to push the market downward, but suddenly buyers jumped in. Okay. And they did not allow the market to go down, and they pulled the market up and closed it here. So whenever you'll see a pattern like this or candlestick like this, you'll understand that okay, there are certain buyers in the market who are not allowing the market to go down further. So there is a high chance that market is about to go up. The number 3 is a typical normal bullish candle. Market, the body is big, small wick above, small wick below. So it's a typical bullish candle. Number 4, market tried to go up, market tried to go down. There are buyers who are not allowing the market to go down further, and there are sellers in the market who are not allowing the market to go above. So it's kind of a tug of war situation going on, and as the color of the body is green, so slightly buyers are highly in better position, but still it's a indecision type of a market. Though it is mentioned here neutral bullish, but I'll say that be cautious. These 3 are good signs for a bullish market, but this is not. Okay, and see, this is the least bullish. Okay, though the color is green, the color of the body is green, but when the market was trying to go up, it could not sustain at the particular price, which means that there are some sellers who are sitting above and not allowing the market to go up. So there is a high chance that market is about to go down. So if you spot a candle like this or a shooting star pattern like this on an uptrend market, then be cautious, because there is a high chance that market is about to go down, because someone is sitting above, or there are some big players above who are not allowing the market to go upward. Similarly, these are green candles. Pure red candle, market opened here, no chance for buyers. It was a pure seller's market, and market closed here. A shooting star kind of pattern. See, if your market is going up, and if you see a pattern like this, which means that market, though market try to go upward, the wick shows the price rejection. It's not it. The wick shows price rejection, which means that the market tried to go up, but it could not sustain, and as a result, it had to go down because the selling pressure is very high. It is a typical bearish candle. Small wick above, small wick below, body is big. Number 9 shows us the indication of the market. It means that market tried to go up, market tried to go down. When the market was trying to go down, there were buyers who were not allowing the market to go down, and when market was going up, there are sellers who are not allowing the market to go upward. Which means that there is an indecision in the market, there is a tug of war going on in the market. So in that scenario, we must wait. And number 10, you see that though it's red in color, but when it was trying to go down, or when the sellers pushed the price down further, there were buyers present in the market who were not allowing, or who didn't allow the price to go further, and ultimately it pushed the price upward and it made a hammer. So, and 11, 12, 13 are dojis. I have already discussed what is a doji. Dojis mainly signify indecision in the market. Still, would like to throw some light. Number 11 shows pure indecision because when it went up and when it went down, it got rejection and ultimately closed in the middle. Indecision in the market. Number 12, when it tried to go up, it faced rejection and the open price, closing price, and the low price is same. So in number 12 scenario, so what is the probability? What do you think? Don't you think the probability of market going down is high? Because when the market was trying to go upward, it faced high rejection. Similarly, on the number 13 candle, when the market was going down, buyers came in for the rescue and pushed the price upward. So don't you think the probability of market going upward is high? So this is how you need to understand the psychology of the candlestick. Okay. The price rejections are very important. So this is how you need to judge the psychology of the market. So don't you think the price rejections are very important? Yes, you need to consider the price rejections, the body of the candle, and you need to understand where the market may move. Because if you can master the psychology of the market, you can master trading. So this is all about the trading psychology or the candlestick psychology. Hopefully you all have understood, and I'll be discussing support and resistance in the next class. Thank you so much.